Hey guys, it's Lefty from 643 Productions welcoming you to another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary, and today we are going to be talking about Battlefield 3 Premium, talking a little bit more about Battlefield 3 Premium and the DLC coming for Battlefield 3, and today I'm going to discuss how you can and should evaluate the DLC and thus whether to buy Premium, whether to go about buying the DLC. And this video starts right now. Battlefield 3 DLC season has begun in earnest. It has begun. It has begun! As Shang Tsung said in the great movie Mortal Kombat. I forget the actor that played Shang Tsung in that movie. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments, whoever played Shang Tsung in the first Mortal Kombat feature film. The best. Don't give me any of that Shao Kahn bullcrap, even though he did make a cameo at the end of that movie. It's all about the first one. It is all about all the guys that played their respective characters. Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Raiden. Oh man, Shang Tsung, obviously. What a great film that was. But I'm getting entirely off track. This is about Battlefield 3. Now, I did a video about the my personal ideas and thoughts towards the Battlefield 3 DLC, where I said I'm not going to buy it, and I guess I should really quick clear up some misconceptions about the message that people took away from that video. I'm not saying that nobody should buy the Battlefield 3 DLC. What I was trying to say, and what I admittedly probably didn't do a very good job of getting across, is that I believe that if you, as a player, as a consumer, are unhappy with the support by DICE and EA of Battlefield 3 with respect to things like the dart glitch, the M26 mass dart glitch, I don't know, the any number of issues. If you believe the flashlights have been extremely powerful, the USAS frag rounds were around for a way too long, game breaking again, completely ruining close maps like Grand Bazaar and Operation Metro, and to a lesser extent other kind of small-ish maps with smallish parts. And my reasoning was this, is that if you are upset with the level of support that DICE and EA have given their product post-launch with respect to those kinds of things not being fixed, waiting for DLC to drop in order for patches to come out for these things, and not only that, those patches apparently not quality assurance tested enough, they create glitches in and of themselves. The M26 dart glitch was a result of a patch that in part fixed the USAS glitch, and all these things, and it's perpetual. It seems to have been perpetual with Battlefield 3 and EA and DICE. And my point was, if you are upset with the level of support that these companies, these respective companies, have given this product, then don't buy the DLC. If you just want to be a knob-schlobbing fanboy and buy the DLC regardless, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. If you believe that this is the greatest game of all time and you want to be so stupid as to say, well, at least it's not Call of Duty, then there's no point to arguing with you. Buy the DLC all you want. I'm not going to tell you not to. But if you are a thinking human, if you have a rational thought rattling around inside your cranium, then you should be upset with how DICE has supported this product, and thus you should show your displeasure by not buying the DLC, at least by not buying it immediately. Now, here's the thing. Let's move on to Premium. Let's discuss what Premium is, because when we're talking about DLC, it's necessary to talk about Battlefield 3 Premium. Why? Because if you're going to buy DLC, especially if you're going to buy all the DLC, there's no reason to not buy Premium. There isn't. There is no way to do it. It's like Call of Duty Elite Premium. There is no reason not to buy Battlefield 3 Premium if you are going to buy all of the DLC anyway. It's a reduced price. It is Battlefield 3 Premium. The genesis of that, I'm sure, is the exact same genesis of Call of Duty Elite. EA was looking around. EA looked at the market, looked what Activision did, and they agreed. But what Activision said was, okay, we need to reduce the price of our DLC. And what that brings into account is rational price setting, and the idea that a rational price point is where you're making the most revenue you can and thus profit with the price point you have. And if you raised the price even another 10 cents, you would lose more to lost sales than you would gain from the overall increase in price, if that makes any sense to people paying attention. You can refresh the video and watch this part again, but that's rational price point. That is rational price point setting, and that is the definition of a rational price point. And Activision said, well, we don't think that we're at that. We think DLC is probably a little bit overpriced. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to surreptitiously reduce the price of DLC, but we are going to package that reduction in price not as just an announcement of, hey, we dropped the DLC price. We're going to roll it into this huge thing and make it almost a completely different product from the game. And that is going to generate a whole new level of interest in the DLC. And with the reduced price, that is going to generate way more sales than we could previously have projected. And that is going to make our shareholders and our stockholders happy. And EA looked at that model and said, you know what? Yeah, it's working. And so and really, it's a great deal for consumers. So if you are going to buy the DLC anyway, there's no point to not buy. There is no reason to not buy premium. Now, here are some things. Is the DLC worth it? Again, this is a personal valuation. I cannot tell you if it's worth it or not. I mean, aside from egregious kinds of things, if EA was saying, $50 and you get 4 maps and 20 guns, and that's the DLC for Battlefield 3 for $50, I would say no, that's not worth it. But in this sense, it's not egregious. It's not obviously a scam. So at that point, I have to take my hands off, and I can't tell you if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, you have to personally decide that. But let's go through it together. Battlefield 3, the base game, came with 10 multiplayer maps and a weapon roster of 55 weapons, give or take depending on if you want to include launchers and if you want to include some of the weapons that you can unlock in co-op but aren't always unlocked or aren't unlocked from the get-go. But 55 weapons, give or take. Premium, if you were to buy premium, $49.99 one-time fee, which again is another video game, or it is comparable to the price of a video game. So let's call it a video game. You are buying a standalone video game. You are getting 20 multiplayer maps and 20-plus weapons. Now, I say 20-plus weapons because right now there are only 20 weapons announced. You get the 10 weapons Back to Karkin and 10 weapons in close quarters. Now, a lot of the future DLC that EA has announced isn't really solidified. It's not like, oh, you get so many maps and they haven't decided and created everything that is going to go into the DLC. So you could get more weapons than the 20 that are announced right now if EA and DICE decide to add those to the coming DLC packs. So you think about it. Is 20 maps and 20 weapons worth a standalone video game? Think about this. If Battlefield 4 came out tomorrow with a price tag of $50 and it came with 20 maps and 20 or so weapons, would you buy it? Battlefield 4, same game engine, same stuff, same mechanics, same everything, 20 maps, 20 weapons. Is that worth $49.99 to you? I don't know. Maybe it might be worth it to me. I'm not exactly sure. I have to decide how much I'm going to invest in Battlefield 3 and so on and so forth. And so should you. So you have to decide right now, $49.99, is it worth it? Would it be worth it to you for a standalone game, 20 maps and 20-plus weapons? Let me know in the comments below and let me know how you personally decide to evaluate this DLC. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. And remember, likes, favorites, comments, and shares via Facebook and Twitter always do help me out. So go ahead and hit that like button. Be real nice to it. But anyway, guys, that's my time. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.